What's up, guys? How y'all doing? So right now I'm just making a video here for y'all. So it's about 2 a.m. in the morning. Right now it is August 25th, 2023. My name is Dante Blanco. I've made quite the amount of these videos before, prior, and all of them have either not been uploaded yet or in the process of uploading. One of the major reasons for me making this now is, that flip that switch. I'm starting this new podcast. I'm gonna be doing quite a lot of things. The hardest thing for me has definitely been staying consistent and going all in. I keep telling myself, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and then just slack off with it. But knowing that consistency is there with me and my work ethic, it's there anyway. I've already established I can do it before, which means, of course, I can do it again. Establishing it once to know you can puts in your mind that you're able to, that it's accomplishable. That was one of my major goals. So let me tell you guys a quick story real quick, and then I'll tell you how much debt I'm in and how I plan on to pay it off. So I remember, my older brother, he's autistic. The family has, traits that they fall along with people from people in the spectrum. We have, different varies and different variations, of course. My older brother, he suffers in his own way. He has his own things that he has to deal with and fight with. Knowing something that I was watching, even when I didn't get to grow up with him, knowing it was something that he still experienced. And we still had to, go through people making fun of him, picking on him, all these different types of things. But, moving on from that, knowing that everybody, no matter who you are, we all have the ability to do more. We all have the ability to create and do something. And just knowing that, I've always wanted to see my family be prosperous beyond what they could believe, beyond what I could believe, beyond what I thought was true for myself. I didn't even think it was true. I didn't. And then I started having revelations of a new future, of a new day, a new dawn, a new beginning, a new me. Who is Dante? You're looking at me right now, you see the orange beard here or whatever, and you see Scrabbles or whatever, but I think it's funny because the number one thing we all do is hate on ourselves, as it's one of the easiest things that we can do is to hate on ourselves. With that being said, I'm about $20,000 in debt. Alright, so this is a short video. I don't even know my full amount of debt I'm in right now. I was just running numbers, going through, having a full actual number amount is your number one thing. You need a full number amount of how much debt you're going to be owed. Then from there, you need to break apart highest interest to lowest interest. What cards are you paying? How much a month? Your subscriptions? All these different things. I'm somebody that's been studying for about 1.5 years now of finance and just wealth management and money. What I'm doing right now is on average for the average 23, 24-year-old. What I'm doing is crazy. Not normal, not expected. I definitely look like I'm at a risk to a lot of banks or stuff like that. I'm a dropout pretty much. 11th grade I dropped out. Pretty much as soon as I dropped out, first thing I did was get a job. I was a mechanic. At 18, I started working at a gas station, pumping gas. for a couple days a week, and then he asked me if I wanted to move into the shop, start learning. Did that full time. Within 6 months, I got the keys and I started running the business. I ended up being a mechanic, working on the vehicles, taking on gas customers, taking the phone calls, as well as being the service writer and working inside the shop at all time as it was on my street. I was pretty much living there. It was something that I was just able to get up, go to work, and get to going, living somebody else's dream and living somebody else's fashion, was one of those things, at least in that time, I wasn't really thinking about, but it was something I knew that I always wanted to progress. I always wanted to be able to do something more, move on to where I was before. I looked at whenever I walked into anywhere, whenever I was young, it always broke my heart seeing somebody old working in an industry that does not care about them. It always just broke my heart. Whether you see an older grandmother at a Stop and Shop, or you see, you see a older gentleman behind a convenience store counter that has less than 10, 15 years to enjoy his life. Type of stories like that are what kills me the most and makes me most sad. One of the reasons I'm making this video is working with a lot of people in my past of older, knowing in my life that I've always been around older people in the older generation. It has shaped and molded my mindset to not be a normal 23-year-old and normal almost 24 in like 2 months. I've never been a normal person. I've always been out the stretch. I've never liked walking the line. I never would walk the line. I always wanted to go off to the sides. Not because I don't like authority, but because I like being myself. I like being who I am. I never thought that was something attributed to being a hunter in this world, being attributed to being, a entrepreneur. I don't consider myself an entrepreneur yet, but I will claim to be soon. Right now, I'm in the wanting stages. I'm a entrepreneur. One of the major reasons for this video is for me to look back and just see how much I've progressed in the years that have followed. I pretty much said this to myself. This is what's going on right now in my life. So before whatever, I looked all my credit card payments, about $1,800 a month or whatever I was paying. I'm paying right now about $1,800 a month between all my debt. Blah blah blah. I had a 4K loan. I had an 8K loan with about 4K left in debt. I just paid that off fully by taking out a 4K loan and using a portion of that towards it. Now, what I plan on doing is taking the money I have and being able to double it. I want to be able to re-secure an investment. So one of my major goals is I'm going to take the money I just received, or I'm going to be receiving, and I'm going to be using that towards a business. I'm going to be using that towards fronting me, my first step into being able to regain structure of my life, be able to have that side hustle that I want and I need. I know no matter what I can go into, I can be successful. The problem is me staying in that field long enough to see if I actually like it. Now, on the long run and on the short run, you have to see both sides. You can either see it as I'm going to stay with this company and I'm going to build loyalty, and I will stay with this company for those reasons, to build loyalty throughout and hoping for a payout, or knowing that your worth will only ever be dictated by how much you're willing to sell yourself for. how much do you want to sell yourself for? Now, I know that there's conspiracies. I know that there's many things going on in the world right now. I want you to ask yourself this major question. What are you selling yourself for? I know I'm selling myself to a job that doesn't care for me. In a couple of years, they could just replace me just like that. Every day, all day. New people. New people, new people, new people, new people. Just like that. Doesn't mean nothing. It's up to you. Up to you. That's the whole name of the new podcast I'm gonna be starting. I'm gonna double check, go through it, but it's gonna be the Up to You podcast. It's up to you on how you want to make change. Up to you on what you're gonna do with the situation you're currently in. Up to you on whether you decide if something's right or wrong. Up to you, not anybody else. It's up to you. What are you gonna do with your time? What are you gonna do with your skills, with your mindset? The average person works 40 hours a week. There's 168 hours in a week, which means the average person works less than 1/4 of their week. Knowing the average person works less than 1/4 of their week, 7 out of 10 Americans, or 7 out of 10 people, well, they are Americans, 7 out of 10 Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 7 out of 10. 7 out of the 10 people you know live paycheck to paycheck. Shit, I'm included in one of those motherfuckers myself right now. So, but I'm not. No, I want you to hear that. I am, but I'm not. Just because I'm living paycheck to paycheck, my mind is living in an oasis, a millionaire mindset. I told myself in 4 months, right now it's August, September, October, November, December. In 4 months, I would need to make 5K a month to be able to make 20K. That's 20K. And that's not including taxes, and that's not including any bills. 4 months, 20K. 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 Up to you. Are you able to? Are you possible? Here's my plan. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I have to bring my mom the next couple of hours. I have to wake up. I have to drive to the train station. She has to go. She's going to an appointment for her heart because, sadly enough, she's in the end stages of heart failure right now, and she has appointments tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. I have to go drive an hour and a half away, pick up or go sign documents for a vehicle I'm picking up tomorrow. And then as soon as I get that vehicle and get it on the road, it's gonna be consistent, non-stop driving, working, living out of the vehicle pretty much every day, knowing that the only person that can stop me is me. So one of the first things I'm gonna be doing the first couple weeks is gonna be DoorDash and Uber Eats. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have it all accumulated to a card. I'm gonna try to not take out any money at all from it, and I'm gonna try to save up a whole month, or well, they get paid every week if you don't take out the thing. So what I'm gonna still try to do though is I'm gonna try to save a month of savings into it. If not, I'll do 75% saved. we'll do it like this. Will be 25%, of course, dictated towards taxes. It's gonna be another 25% dictated towards bills, and then 50% dictated towards savings. And that's how my Uber scenario is gonna turn out. 25% tax, 25% bills, 50% savings, and I'm hopefully gonna be able to roll over those savings. So now one of my major goals though is saving money isn't gonna do you nothing. Alright? I need to find ways now that I'm able to bring in money, whether it's vending machines, whether it's ATMs, whether it's whatever. I need to be able to find a way to be able to start bringing in money and being able to do offside hustles as well. So what do I need to do? I need to address those situations one by one. I need to write down, idolize, isolate, and know where I'm going. My path today, pick up a car, get it done, ASAP, get it onto the, ASAP, like get it onto the thing, onto Uber Eats, DoorDash, start driving as soon as possible. Start driving as soon as possible. Start waking up every day. Gym. Wake up early. I work graveyard sometimes, so I can't wake up early. Because sometimes I have to wake up mid-afternoon. So it's the matter of fact of dictating where you're at right now, finding out what you want to do, and then moving towards your new future. So as I stated before, my name is Dante. I am soon to be 24 in about 2 months. I have an accumulated debt of about, I'm gonna say, 25K between everything. And if I was to be truthful with that, it would actually probably be 45K, because I'm paying $600 a month for Cardone University, which is a $20,000 plus plan that I put myself in because I believe in myself that much. But I have failed to capitalize on how much I'm actually doing and how much I'm actually paying for it. I haven't utilized it in the sense of making that have a return back from me. So now knowing that, every day, it's dictated me. Every day. I don't care. Hours, sleep, none of it matters. If you don't have a vision, if you don't have a plan, if you can't see beyond. So if you were one of the lucky ones to catch this video when I first dropped it, we're gonna see. Dante, when you watch back this video, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you up to you. So not only am I calling you out, I'm calling out anybody that knows the opportunity truthfully lies in them. Anything you say you want, you can have. You just have to start moving towards it. Take the steps, take the actions, because it's up to you.